Can you tell us how the pig out began?
Yes, I think it's been about 12 years ago. Charlie had purchased a pig from Joe Hip, and Joe kept the pig all winter long, and Charlie sent the feed out there for Joe to keep it fed and everything. And then Joe came in one day and finally said, "It's ready." And Charlie says, "Well, what am I going to do with this pig?" And of course, in the grill, Joe and Wade, and I think Charlie Lewis and Dwight Smith, they were all sitting in the grill and they said, "Let's have a pig out. Let's cook it." The first year I think we had like 500 people, but the next year's when they had like 1,200 people. It really grew. But now it's a little bit smaller, but we have it where people come and go, and it just flows very well. And Fred and Terry are great organizers, and they about did it all this year. It really was a fun time, and we have this time every year for the people of Saluda. And that was one thing I needed to share was Charlie remembered when he was growing up, at the end of the summer, all the town folk got together and had a big potluck. So that's why they decided to do the pig out, just to thank everybody and to tell everybody how great the summer was, and to have everybody to come to town and have a big pig out. So that's how the pig out was.
We just had a good relationship all the way around. And in the store, I could get anything I wanted and walk out with it and pay him the next day. He wouldn't say a word. I'll pay him 2 or 3 days later, he wouldn't say a word because he knew I'd pay it.
Just old-fashioned trust. Old-fashioned trust.
Yeah. Yeah, he trusted me and I trusted him.
But every time we would come through Saluda, we would stop at the grill and the store and we would see Charlie Ward. He was always so sweet. My boys would go get penny candy and the soda, the different flavors of sodas, but Charlie always made a point to come out and to hug the boys and to greet us as if we were family.
So would you say Charlie was sort of an icon of Saluda, or he represented what is real about Saluda?
Yes, a true gentleman, Southern hospitality, a hug for everyone, a kind word for everyone, just makes you feel welcome, you want to come back.
Well, one thing we remember about Charlie is we came in to buy some barbecues one time, and he was out of barbecue, he didn't have any, so he introduced us to the Boston butts that he had, which made pork steaks. And from then on, we never got steaks, we always came in and got the Boston butts.
He always would ask a half an inch, a 3/4 of an inch, and I'd say yes, 3/4, Charlie. After all these years, he would always say, "Betty, 3/4 of an inch," and I'd say yes. But they were the best. We were so glad he introduced us to the steak.
The thing about Charlie, I was maintenance on the maintenance department for church, and whenever I'd go in there, I needed something for the commode or something, and I'd walk on in the back and get it, bring it out, and I'd tell Charlie to put this on the bill for the church. "Ah, go on, get out of here." And he was generous, really.
Generous and charitable.
Right. And
He did a lot for this community.
he sure did. We really loved Charlie.
I remember Charlie and Jack both when I was young, and I used to come to town with my mother every Saturday afternoon. My mother would come and bring milk and eggs, or chicken, butter and eggs to the store where Lola worked down there. And right now it's the old building that they were in at that time. Was M.A. Pace was in one side, and Lola and her daddy was in the other side. Theirs was out next to the alley, and I'd come to town with my mother. She'd come there to do her shopping, and I would work on Charlie's and Jack's bicycles for them. And I done that for years and years. And Charlie Charlie was always mentioning it years later when I go in the store, something about me working on his bicycle and everything. And I heard one year that Charlie and Jack went rabbit hunting when the snow was on the ground, and they'd track rabbits all day. And right about the end of the day, they found out that backtracking the rabbits instead of tracking them away they went. And they could find the beds, but no rabbits. And they finally figured out they was backtracking the rabbits all day. But Charlie was always good to me, and when I was in the store, Charlie was a good fella.